Okay, I'm not sure, but we got kicked off yet again for absolutely no reason, so I'm not sure if it's allowing me to go on to the last one that we were at or not. Doesn't look like it. You're still broadcasting. So this is Divine 9 Part 2. It says end, but we don't want to end. Stay on this page, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, it's just kind of sad that they constantly do this. We were at carbohydrates. Okay, actually vitamin A. We're talking about how it's simple form. Every time I say this about how it's simple, easy to break down, easy to digest, that it comes from one source of leaves, so you don't have a bunch of these different sources, then it becomes easy to break down. Okay, I guess it did this start this in 2 different ones, so I'm not sure. It becomes very simple to assimilate, break down. See, that was the last thing I said, and they kicked me off yet again. So what we're gonna have to do is go to this one, which we're recording now, and edit. Max support. Let's go to this one, which we're recording now, and edit. Max support. Okay. So this will be 2 different ones. Unfortunately, now we've broken this down into 2 segments. So I'm just gonna have to put and compile this all together. Okay, so here we go. See, it says videos ended. Terrible quality. As usual, they keep doing this. We've never had any problems, but as soon as we make the most classic, amazing segment ever, this happens. So go figure, right? Alright. And so I suggest anybody watching this share it, please. We are going to just put this all together, so whether you want to or not, it's no big deal. Really, you know, put this all into one big compiled thingy. Check out plotpalmtrees.com. It's Royal Crest here. Alright, I'm gonna share it. Get you some bananas. I'm about to eat that dang banana there. After this, please share these videos. It really helps us. We have to do watch party or share otherwise. I had my account where I was reaching millions and millions. We still are reaching over 24, 12 million sometimes. Each week, month, daily. This is great. We love it. And so that's really cool. And so there's more, you know, info. I'm going to put part 1 of Divine 9 here. So that would be that one. Part 1 of Divine 9 here. Cool. So that's just how we got to do it. Also in the link description below, you'll see Divine 9 Part 1. And then there's 6 other parts. When you hit continue reading. Oh gosh, golly. Wow, look at that messed up screen. Oh, dang. I wonder if that's what's really going on. I hope not. Let's see. Is it really doing that? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, it was. Dang. You see what I'm saying? They love messing with us. I don't know how many times we've had this happen. They've removed countless, hundreds of videos. They've banned and disabled some of our accounts that were ineligible. We've had death threats. Right now, folks, my wrist is actually messed up. I don't even want to get into that, but I put a salve together in the last segment. I talked about the Moringa soap and the seeds and the powder, and I put that together with a salve, so that's really cool. Alright, so I'm really not even sure if anybody... we lost our audience, so that's mainly what goes along with that, is they love doing that. I might as well in this segment show you, you know, cholesterol adjust to natural levels. Not eating meat lets your body cholesterol adjust to natural levels and reverse the buildup of fat and unhealthy stuff. There we go. Great, great, great example. This was the heart of a person who eats pig. So I thought I'd just kind of show you this, that you don't need pork, pig, any of that stuff. But just look at that. Isn't that hideous? There's a lot of evidence that talks about, you know, leading causes of death. According to research, human heart fond of eating pork. This is what happens to eat pork meat. This person says, I don't eat pork, thank God. I thank God every day I choose vegan. And I'm telling you, you just will feel so much better when you go vegan. Whole food before, that's that whole high alkaline, you know, stuff. So, yes, this is the day, one of the days the Moringa tribe was created. So, happy birthday to moringatribe.com. If you go to moringatribe.com, you'll see that logo symbolizes the divine authority of love, divine truth, divine love, and purity, and thought professing, and ultimate absolute true truth, ultimate truth warrior X. So all that good stuff. Hashtag Moringa Tribe. Check out the full Platinar webinar special there. Really love all the neat interactive stuff that we offer. If you go to the raw superfood produce page, you actually can see the different plans, and I have a video that goes down through each plan and breaks down what is what you want to get, Moringa X, the science. So these are what's really being offered in the Moringa, what makes us the ultimate raw superfood. We've got the terms and conditions on that page, so that's the plan, raw plan page, or raw produce plan page. So you can read the policy terms and conditions. Let us ship your miracle today. And so you can read all that. We got a video which you can hear. Make sure when you play these videos that you hit the unmute button. Okay? Let's see here. There, that one. I'm not sure if I can hit unmute on this one. Yeah. Let's try it.
Make sure that if you see a click next step button, that you press it, and you will be taken where you need to go to see each product and miracle package, as well as bulk savings. We have all the deals and so much to offer you. We just reduced the price on everything site-wide for our new opening special. We have extra special goodies to send to each and every client and supporter. After you fill out your order form and sign up today, it's free to join and even make money as an employee with us. There's extra goodies and samples that also go with that. So continue going forward and go to the next step to hear what our specials in each product do.
Alright, so that's just one segment you'll see on the page, which is the terms, policy terms and conditions page. Okay, pretty cool. You know, so here's all the raw produce, and if you go to the actual checkout, which is the checkout price list page, you will find two videos. One's a short one, which is below this one, which is a longer video. It explains every one of our products succinctly. We're very proud of what we offer because it is the best, and you will get health results that you can see, feel, others could see. It's so much more potent and powerful, so we love that. So let's carry on. I guess every time I say that these Moringa leaves are very simple to break down, and either we have a network connection error or they just kick me right off the damn Facebook. So here we go again. I'll say it. This is like the third or fourth time. We did a 4-hour segment. I really went to deep details about this very topic right here, about how our Moringa has the top quality lab test results ever for any Moringa. We have the highest quality, AAA++++ quality cut Moringa on this planet, and it's because of how we produce it in the mineral-rich soil. We actually use Moringa to feed the soil. It's high in nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, all the plants need to grow. And so vitamin A, let's see if we can get through this. It's vital for developing eyesight. We have 65,220 IUs per 100 grams. This is amazing. This is why there's so much. It's like 3 to 4 times the vitamin A found in carrots. Okay, but yes, we are aware carrots are hybridized, so this is why it becomes really important to get it from Moringa, a source that's actually heirloom organic. So you can actually experience what vitamin A does for you. It's vital, because I'm telling you, these supplements, and even carrots, the best quality carrots you can get, unless they're heirloom, one thing, but mainly they've been hybridized over the eras, over the centuries, and stuff like that. For a long time they've been doing this, so they bastardize the seed, so we end up with it. The slaves don't have the real heirloom organic, farmers grade seed that the peasants used to have. Now they have a seed vault, and they carry all these seeds, even the moringa, but we have it here, and you're going to need it. Everybody needs to get on moringa. You need to get on this stuff now. This is so important. It's vitally important for optimum health. Yes, you can take and you can mix it with your Vitamix. We definitely sport the Vitamix because it doesn't heat up. The engine does not heat up, and the nutrients therefore stay live, bioavailable, enzymatically, probiotically, intact. So, and the same with our moringa oil. You'll see the special benefits of it. 100% silica. I have Moringa S back there. We're kind of introducing that slowly. It's one of our new produces. DMAE, we're making a facial cream with shampoo, conditioner, and the facial facelift cream with moringa oil. It's going to be used as a shampoo conditioner with whatever essential oil you want, like lavender, lime, essential lime, or lemon extract, and different things like tea tree oil, lang lang, you name it. So, and patchouli. So we're getting into that, and we have the real deal stuff. It's wild, jungle crafted, cold pressed. So you may have taken these supplements and some of the stuff that does happen its health results can be psychosomatic. And what that means is it's like a placebo effect. If you believe in something enough, it can work, which we promote that. Definitely want good vibes, positive thoughts, and we're not trying to destroy anybody's thoughts, but this mainly is for people who are Moringa Tribe members, Ultimate Truth Warrior X's, that want to know what they're getting when they're purchasing this higher dollar, top shelf produce. Okay, we are number one for a reason. We bring this out. We are the best, and we believe you deserve the best. I believe those who refuse everything but the best and recover. Messed up my connection. I said I believe those who refuse everything but the very best are often the only ones who deserve, receive, and recover the best. Okay, and that's why we present this. So your eyesight, healthy skin, hair, strong immunity, resistant to infection, strong bones, good growth, helps prevent anemia. Deficiency can cause intestinal and respiratory infection, poor eyesight, night blindness. Young people lacking vitamin A are more prone to respiratory and intestinal infections. Vitamin A in the form of retinol is mainly found in meat, eggs, dairy, but is also found in Moringa K, 1520 IUs per 100 grams of powdered dried leaf. Beta-carotene, a precursor of vitamin A, is found in plants, vegetables, fruits with yellow, red, dark green coloring such as Moringa K. Okay, and you may have different, colors like squash and such as tomatoes. Okay, make sure they're heirloom. Okay, and this is the thing: the things in the store, the produce especially, may be off. This is why we are offering Moringa K. This is a literal, holy, angelic, imperial godsent. In some way, it has it all. This miracle plant carries all this stuff in its little leaves. Okay, vitamin B1, that's thiamine. It's 105 milligrams per 100 grams. Helps the body convert glucose into energy in nerves and muscles. Vitamin B1 assists in improving mental health and heart functions. Digestion and preventing rheumatism. Deficiency can cause fatigue, muscle weakness, loss of appetite, nausea, constipation, impaired memory, and an inability to concentrate. Okay? Yes, this is copywritten because it's our specific, test results. So, like I said, you can go compare these to other Moringa companies and their test results. We literally defeat the competition in quality and numbers and values. That's why this could be the most important segment we've ever conducted in Plot Palm Trees Productions, Moringa Kingdom, the moringakingdom.com productions and produce manufacturing the #1 quality raw online superfoods to the world. We believe if you are what you consume, if you are what you eat, consume luxury. We are the best where a cure is possible. Moving on forward, vitamin B2, riboflavin, which is 2 milligrams per 100 grams. Helps the body convert proteins, fats, sugars into energy. In addition, it helps the body in normal growth and development. It repairs and maintains tissues. It helps regulate certain hormones and formation of red blood cells. Deficiency can cause bloodshot or tired eyes, as well as inflammation and ulcers of the mouth, the tongue and lips, hair loss, dermatitis, and simultaneous dryness and greasy scaling, and even depression. Wow. So it converts pretty much acidic things, okay, into energy. So it's to regulate pH and alkalinity. So that ends up helping normal growth and development, because you can't develop properly in acidosis or acidic living. Your hair will get greasy, you'll end up bald, you'll end up aging quicker. So that, you know, your hormones are going to be all out of whack. And then when your hormones are all out of whack, that's when, you know, you eat fruit and then you put bread on top of it. It develops into a mold. Leaky gut develops, GERD. You know, all kinds of different issues can happen. And, you know, like it says here, deficiency, bloodshot, tired eyes, inflammation and ulcers in the mouth, tongue, lips, hair, you know, loss. All this stuff is like, you know, it can lead to glaucoma, macular degeneration. And that vitamin A also helps prevent that. So these all work together, and that's what I want people to understand perfectly clear here, is I'm trying to teach a very important lesson, that you're getting every single nutrient, macro, micronutrient, omega-3, 6, and 9, which we're going to get into, B12, all the B complex, so it activates the brain, keeps you alkaline, okay? It regulates your homeostasis as well as your overall immunity, your neurological health, you know, your metabolism, your metabolic rate, your conversion of ATP, breakdown of proteins, fats, other hormones, sugars, okay, proteins, and amino acids. So I hope they don't remove this segment, because every time I start talking about this, they either just completely take down the video or they remove the whole segment. Like I said, I talked for 3.5 hours on this last time, the very thing we're talking about, and it was completely taken down. So now I'm connecting all these videos. We're going to collaborate all of these and put it into one giant production. I actually have the video recording in the background, so anything we've lost, we have it backed up on the computer. That's what that little green light up there is we're actually recording. So thank you so much for your support. Okay, here we go. Vitamin B3, that's niacin, which has 8.33 milligrams per 100 grams. Remember, that's 2 ounces, half a cup, or, you know, 1 full cup, which is about 10 tablespoons, okay? And so let's just pretty much would put this right here, that amount or so, okay, in powder. Alright. Releases energy from carbohydrates, aids in the breakdown of proteins, fats, certain hormones, in the formation of red blood cells, and the detoxification of several drugs and chemicals. Vitamin B3 is essential for the supply of energy and maintenance of all body cells. It has cholesterol-lowering effects and reduces the risk of developing heart disease in people with elevated blood fat levels. Deficiency includes weakness, loss of appetite, ingestion, skin eruption, dermatitis, scaly, dark pigmentation of the skin. The tongue is swollen, damage to the central nervous system can result in disorientation, irritability, headaches, insomnia, emotional instability. So niacin really helps aid in pretty, you know, much healthy brain health and activation. All the B vitamins essentially are for activation to the brain and that conversion of fats and proteins. And you'll see that you need cobalt with iron to make this all happen, okay? Because if you don't have the adequate amounts balancing this out, none of this stuff will actually carry, like the blood will not carry these nutrients to the brain. So we're going to get into that here in a second, okay? This is when you end up with depression, anxiety, lethargia, insomnia, headaches all the time. Just anything that's related to the neurological system that roots to the brain health, pretty much. Okay? So this can help with red blood cells and detoxification of drugs and chemicals, heavy toxins, metals in the blood, which are stored up like in the pineal gland, which becomes calcified. This helps decalcify the pineal gland. Okay, vitamin B5 pantothenic acid, which is 2.54 milligrams per 100 grams. Okay, very nice. This B5 is necessary for synthesis of vitamin D pantothenic acid. Okay, so we need that vitamin D. Remember, we need that. It's in our blood, right? Found in watery portions of the food, and are easily lost when anything's overcooked. That's why it's really good to keep your meals at least 80 to 90%, if not 100%, all raw, plant-based, fruits, veggies, and nuts. Okay? Do not cook the nutrients out. Just like the Moringa, we do not cook and blanch our stuff. This is why our stuff actually does work, ends up really doing something for the body, okay? And stuff like that. So that's just a known factor in all this, because otherwise, you know, it really wouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? So, and what I'm getting at is when you're buying this store-bought stuff, it's just like with any health supplement. And I love this. I found this pretzel that looks like a K, from Moringa K. But when you're purchasing any health supplements in the stores, they all have to be heated. And I've talked about this in the last segments. If you don't know one thing from me, that's one of the things, is what's going on is the quality must stay rich and non-blanched, non-heated, non-sprayed, non-ETO, you know, all that stuff. And you're going to get that wild-crafted flavor, taste, amazing stuff. Like when you get, even like our mushrooms, you know, reishi mushrooms, I'll just show you real quick. When you get these stomachs, you break them down. You can break this down. So, like, when you make this, you break this down, you put it into the teapot, and you use the moringa leaf, you know, tea bags, and you set it for 45 minutes to an hour. Just don't heat it too much. And what will begin to happen is you will feel the effects when it's cancer, when it's diabetes. We went through the 100 uses of moringa tea, the powder. It can reverse just about every type of cancer. It's mixed with the soursop, which has 12 basic types of cancer, and it's 10,000 times more potent and powerful than imadracian, chemotherapy, radiation. That absolutely. So that's some beneficial factors right there. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, that's just all there is to it, pretty much. If you have any questions about this, just let me know. I'm here and to kind of answer any basic questions overall. Let me see here. So that last segment was when it was another 3-ending segment here. I hope I've really hit home with quality. We actually have we have an older seminar of mine that's on /quality. Let's see if I can get video.com/eplot. That's my channel /quality. I also been supporting Mr. Croft over there. It says Charity Croft. But this is Woe in the World is Quality, the Enigma Machine. Okay. Now, back then I was promoting different things, and I'm always growing and thought-professing new ideas. We were promoting this distiller, okay, back in that day, and we had reached millions of views with like our perfectional plant. They removed it and put it back, and we had to start all over again. It's a nightmare. But if you want to check this out, it's 4 hours, one of the best video productions of what we really stand for. But like I said, you know, we had that distiller. Today, I'm more about, like in my Smoky Mountain, Tennessee video, if you look on that channel, you can find that on my channel, where we harvest pure spring water from the mountains, and we teach you how you can locate your springs as well. Okay, back to where we were. We're staying on topic. We're staying on track. Smart be it. All my Masonic friends, we had a Masonic deal. It was pretty amazing. I know my hands have all those markers on it. It's when this interesting, we found this. Thought, wow, look at that, would you? Like, where did this come from? So we have people, I believe this was sent to me. We have people send me gifts all the time. And thank you so much for that. I have a P.O. box. If you want to send any gifts or ideas, supplements you want me to test out, I can show you lab tests. I can do side-by-side comparison tests between Moringa. We've done that before, and we've called out major companies. We don't like to expose company names or step on any toes, but we will show you the facts on quality. That's what we're about, is real health results and test studies, okay? So that's what I love doing. So don't cook your food. It is important to note that vitamin B5 is mixed easily in the blood, and only small amounts are stored in the tissues since vitamin B5 is excreted into the urine. The important to note, vitamin B5 is mixed easily in the blood, and only small amounts are stored in the tissues. Okay, and it's excreted in the urine. I repeated that twice. Now you got it. The vitamin is converted into coenzyme A, an important catalyst in the breakdown of fats, carbohydrates, proteins for energy. Deficiency has not been reported in humans. Okay, so that's one that's basically, you know, everywhere. We all have it. That's a good thing. Okay, B6, but we will go to a couple of them that do, you know, you can get deficiency, like B12, and we're going to show you the importance of that and how our sources, quality amounts, and, you know, in quantity levels as well. Okay, B6, pyridoxine, which is 1.70 milligrams per 100 grams, is involved in the building and breakdown of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Its primary role involves proteins and building blocks. Thus, vitamin B6 is involved in manufacture of most protein-related compounds such as hormones, hemoglobin in the red blood cells, nerve chemicals such as serotonin, that regulate nerve function, and many enzymes. In addition, vitamin B6 aids in the treatment of asthma, prevention of graying in hair, stimulates wound healing. Deficiency symptoms are widespread and vague. Symptoms include depression, vomiting, increased susceptibility to disease and infection, dermatitis, anemia, inflammation of the nerves, oxalate, kidney stones, nausea, and lethargia. So if you are experiencing any of those things, kidney stones, nausea, lethargia, this Moringa can really help you out, especially if you're taking the, you know, optimum level doses. As we said, 100 grams, one or half a cup, 20, which is 200, 2 ounces. Okay, vitamin B7, which is biotin. Okay, you don't want to get store-bought biotin. It's really important you get quality biotin. This is why. It's a water-soluble vitamin absorbed in small intestines. This is 92.90 micrograms, by the way, per 100 grams. Okay, so that's a good, nice quality amount. Small goes a long way. Okay, small amounts. Significant amounts are produced by the bacteria in the intestines, and the excesses are excreted in the urine. Biotin is essential for numerous body functions, manufacture, breakdown of fats, amino acids, carbohydrates. Vitamin works closely with folic acids, B9, pantothenic acid, B5, and cobalamin, which there's methylcobalamin too as well, which is live. B12 vitamins. It's reported to minimize the symptoms of zinc deficiency. Deficiency in biotin is rare unless large dosages per day of raw, they say egg whites are consumed, since egg whites have a protein called avidin, binds biotin in intestines, prevents absorption. Okay, but we do not promote that as the high cholesterol animal protein. You do not need the high cholesterol in egg whites. Okay, so when we're talking about this, we're kind of going to expose the fallacy in this. Eggs are way more non-beneficial than they are beneficial to the body. Okay, because you can get this, obviously, from Moringa. This is the idea. It's like when you talk about omega-3, 6, and 9, okay, the fatty acids for the brain, you get it all from Moringa. You no longer need to consume the fish oils, okay? So, like I said, this oil is many times more of a benefit than fish oil, okay? Same with the Moringa powder. In general, you're going to get, in your Moringa K, Moringa King produce, you're going to get the omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids, which is essential for the brain. I'm going to take that K pretzel out of there now. And there you have it. Okay, this is so important, folks. You don't need these crazy supplements anymore. They're outdated and, like, archaic. They're caveman-like, you know. We're gatherers, and now we're seeing that. I've been so much more healthy, energetic, happier, just, you know, life's better, raw, alkaline, you're more electrical, your brain's more active. In addition, long-term use of antibiotics interferes with the production of biotin, In the intestines, it might increase the risk of deficiency. Deficiency symptoms include dermatitis, depression, hair loss, elevation of blood levels of cholesterol, anemia, tingles and numbness in hands and feet, muscle pain. See, and that's kind of the irony, is the levels of cholesterol elevated because they're saying in one instance that egg whites is good, but the egg, the actual yolk is high in cholesterol. So that's why they're telling you to get the egg whites. If you're going to consume eggs at all, then do the egg white, okay? I'm not an advocate of destroying the little male chicks that go through a grinder just for these eggs, personally, in mass production levels. I think it's sick and disgusting anyway. It's a post-menstrual cycle of the chicken is what's producing these eggs, and you're consuming the PMS of the egg, of the chicken, pretty much. It's pretty graphic, but it's true. Go look into what in the health documentary or Beautiful Truth, China Study, Forks Over Knives, etc. Whole Foods, things like that. Vitamin B9, folic acid, 1,037 micrograms per 100 grams. The folic acid is a water-soluble compound found in dark leafy vegetables and fruits. The vitamin is absorbed from the small intestines. Excess is excreted in the urine. Folic acid is very important. Its main function is to maintain the cell's genetic code and regulate cell division and the transfer of inherent traits from one cell to another. It is essential for normal growth and maintenance of all cells. It is also involved in production of neurotransmitters such as serotonin that regulate mood, sleep, appetite. And also there's melatonin in this, so we're going to get into that too, which is really good for balancing for sleep and stuff. So folic acid is the most common deficient vitamin in the American diet. Would you believe that? And that's why there's so many folic acid supplements, but again, non-beneficial, as they are dead, blanched, filler added compounds or herbal supplements. That's why people still have problems after taking the supplements. I've not seen too many people successful with their long-term herbal supplementation. In fact, because of all the additives and fillers in many of these health supplements, people end up sicker, worse off, and end up going back to pharmaceutical drugs. And that was why they were created to begin with, my friends. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Stressful situations, including disease, alcohol consumption, tobacco use, and chronic use of medication, including birth control pills, aspirin, anticonvulsants, add to the risk of developing folic acid deficiency. Symptoms of folic acid deficiency are anemia, poor growth, malnutrition, diarrhea, loss of appetite, weight loss, weakness, apathy, sore tongue, headaches, heart palpitations, the behavioral disorders. Some studies show links between low folic acid intake and increase in the homocysteine cysteine levels, a risk factor for heart disease. Bam. And I'm going to copy all of this, by the way, and we're going to put this in this video. So because this is primarily the reading now. Like I said, we had the 3.5 hours get cut out, and really we're almost done. We just got to get through the minerals and all that. Yeah, we're like about halfway done. So thank you so much for watching. Share this with friends or family if you think that they want to know more about what just not only our moringa in general. Like I said, I could be going into what moringa has in it, but we're showing you what our moringa has in it. So this is an exclusive episode of what our moringa has in it. Very important, okay, because this is special. We have the highest quality and the higher numbers, especially when you're talking about B12. This is methylcobalamin, excuse me. So it's cobalamin, okay, and I have on my channel, if you go to B12, if you type in B12 plot, it's a very important episode here. There it is. Cobalamin coordination, B12 supplementation is not critical for legit health-conscious vegans. TheMoringaQueen.com. Okay, so that's really important, and I have an article that goes deeper on that. Okay, so this is really cool segment. I'll probably put this as well in the link description. B12 concentration, controversy unveiled for vegans and meat eaters alike. And I break it down here. Complete scientific breakdown. When I was at Cornell University, talking to the man himself, Mr. T. Colin Campbell. Awesome stuff, how B12 is found in the soil and how the plants that these animals consume, you know, are high in B12 sources, and how it's a replication, helps the replication of DNA, formation of red blood cells, maintain central nervous system. So 15% of the population suffers from B12 deficiency. Anyone who has B12 deficiency, regardless of diet, 90% of B12 supplements are produced in the world are fed to livestock, and that animal products high in B12 also heighten risk of cancer and heart disease. So you'll see that the B12 in supplementation can be very dangerous, and that's what I've been talking about. I'm trying to tell people you want to keep stuff raw. You see how they remove stuff of ours all the time? Facebook posts no longer available, stuff like that. Okay, it's crazy. They removed that video, which animal protein meat. Wow, they removed that video. My God, really? Removed these pictures from the web, which were mine. Okay, Trustpilot. They won't even let us go to my Trustpilot. All right, whatever. Okay, B12 is necessary for normal processing of carbohydrates, proteins, fats in the body. It's important for production of certain amino acids and fats in the formation and maintenance of the nervous system. Vitamin B12 functions in the replication of genetic code with each cell, and in the capacity it is essential in replacement and maintenance of all cells in the body. Vitamin B12 combined with other B vitamins are essential in the formation of neurotransmitters, chemicals that facilitate communication between nerve cells. Historically, B12 dietary sources were mostly foods or animal origins or fermented vegetables such as fermented soybean, miso, which is more safe, or like a fermented soy, you know, tempeh and such as that. Yeast is one that I would support or promote. Okay. Just kind of broke. Anyway. So, you know, if you have nutritional yeast, we really, really highly recommend that. Definitely. I've recommended that for many eons here. Okay. Now we can recommend Moringa K, which has many times more B12 than your like spirulina, algae, and chlorella algae, which contains 130 micrograms per 100 grams. Moringa K is actually 200 micrograms per 100 grams, while animal sources such as cheddar and stuff like that contain 81 micrograms, and beef contains 64. Okay, so you still get a lot, and the thing is, it's because it's plant-based than the animal stuff, and so it's not as good. You want the rich Moringa K because it's the plant-based in small amounts. The more you consume, then you're not going to be at risk for like cancer and things like that. So it's beautiful. Okay. Vitamin C ascorbic acid is 9.3 milligrams per 100 grams. Vitamin C is water-soluble vitamin that's easily absorbed in the intestines. Excess of amounts of vitamin C are excreted in the urine. Humans are one of the few species that cannot manufacture vitamin C. Vitamin C functions in the formation and maintenance of collagen, a protein that forms the basis of the most abundant tissue in the body, connective tissue. The shape and function of all tissue depends on collagen, which acts as cementing substances between cells found in bones, teeth, tendons, skin, and cornea of the eye, and is supporting materials in the blood vessel walls. Vitamin C promotes the healing wounds, bone fractures, bruises, hemorrhages, bleeding gums, and forms protective barrier between infections and disease and surrounding healthy tissues. Optimal intake of vitamin C builds the immunity to disease and infection. As an antioxidant, it As an antioxidant, it has many beneficial functions in combating many diseases and infections. The best source of vitamin C are in fresh fruits and vegetables. There you go. Amen. And that's why we promote, moringa has a lot of vitamin C, as well as the soursop, especially the fruit, which we have access to. The fruit is so many, powerhouse. It is really good to absorb to, reverse cancer. So that's vitamin C, which is an antioxidant. 211, baby. Here we go. Vitamin E, tocopherol, right? Yeah. Alpha tocopherol, 91.80 milligrams per 100 grams. And then there's gamma tocopherol, which is 7.50 milligrams per 100 grams. Delta tocopherol, which is 1.1 milligrams per 100 grams. Vitamin E is a group of fat-soluble compounds. Alpha tocopherol is the most common and most potent form. The main function of vitamin E is as an antioxidant in body tissue, protects vitamin A and amino acids, and promotes the ability of white blood cells to resist infectious disease and protect red blood cells from damage. Vitamin E also protects the tissues from lungs and mouth from damaging from the air pollutants, which is really important. And there's a lot of vitamin E also in the moringa oil. This is how we have shown how, like, the barium, strontium, aluminum, radiation, and even Wi-Fi, electrical, EMF waves, and all these alpha waves in the atmosphere can be blocked, these air pollutants, because of this high level of vitamin E that's actually assimilable in high quality form. Okay, so it protects tissue, the eyes, skin, liver, nerves, breast, and calf muscles. Reportedly affects the production of hormone-like substances in the body called prostaglandins that regulate a variety of body processes, including blood pressure, reproduction, and muscle contractions. Additional research studies have shown treatments by the medical community with vitamin E to range in prevention of premature aging, reduce blood sugar levels in some diabetics, reduce risk of heart disease, and reduction of for oral, pancreas, and liver cancer with vitamin E. Sources of vitamin E include, soybeans oil, which is 87 micrograms per 100 grams, corn oil, 66 micrograms at 100 grams, wheat germ oil, 42.4 milligrams per 100 grams, spinach, 2.2 milligrams per 100 grams, avocado oil, 1.3 milligrams per 100 grams, beef at 0.66 milligrams per 100 grams, and moringa K at a whopping 98.80 milligrams per 100 grams. Do you see that, baby? Wow. Just high and rich in vitamin E, if I must say. Incredible. This is why it's 25 times more vitamin E than spinach. And it's a green source. Remember that. Okay? Very important. So what does this do? This is helping prevent many diseases. That's why I've seen it reverse so many diabetics, blood sugar regulated and reverse their diabetes in general. Helps balance the hormones, so it helps, your digestive tract, system, blood pressure, reproduction, muscle contractions. Just different things that have something to do with aging and hormones and things like that. So this is really cool. This is really cool information. Prevents aging. It's what's high level amounts in the moringa oil as well. Okay, so that's why I try to teach people, or at least explain, is using some moringa oil. We got pure silica. You can mix in a cosmetic bowl. Use that, put it on your skin, rub it, and those silica with the moringa, even powder mixed in there, and have like a moringa face mask with the activated charcoal. You have all kinds of amazing things going on. Now I'm going to my most favorite part. These are the amino acids. Many people I know who are real health advocates, they're stickler on amino acids. They want the moringa, and they will crave that moringa because they want the amino acids. The 9 essential amino acids that we need are found in moringa. Again, very important when you realize that our body has a hard time, grabbing a bunch of different sources of things like, okay, we want arginine, histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, okay, these in tryptophan, valine, okay. Instead of going and buying each source and putting it in a health, vitamin cabinet thinking, oh, I got this, you get all of it in a simple structure as these simple leaves called Moringa K. Incredible, okay? And get this, Moringa has actually 18 of the amino acids, 9 of the essential ones Moringa has, okay? They make the specific proteins required for our body's specialized tissue. It's really 8 to 9 essential, depending on how you look at it, and then there's 18 of the 22 amino acids found in Moringa, 18 of 22 that exist. I mean, there's thousands of smaller amino acids within those, but that's the main structure that we see are the 22 amino acids. Okay. Although the body, okay, well, I'll just go here. They're required to specialize the tissue. With a lack of any one of these essential amino acids, the production of the needed proteins cannot occur. So the productions of protein cannot occur. You need all the deck of cards, like a house of cards. You see that? Like, you build these cards up. Like we used that example before. I wish I had a deck of cards. I could show you when you build that house of cards up. If you're missing one, it'll all fall. Okay. So that's what I was saying. So if you just go and you don't get the right amount of arginine and tryptophan, think valine, then it's not gonna be regulated. It's not gonna be balanced. And not all of us have the time to figure out what's the right amount. Moringa carries the exact perfect amount, as it has the structure in these simple leaves for your body to assimilate and break down. It's beautiful. Anything extra, excessive, obviously will be peed out in your urine, excreted. Okay, so I love this subject, and that's why when I was publishing my first Moringa book, which has become one of the hit Moringa books ever, I was really getting excited. I became most enthusiastic and inspired by Moringa when I discovered just what Moringa does, and I broke down what things you need to stay away from and not eat. More exclusively in my actual ebook, so it does go much deeper when you go to the Moringa King ebook, and so that's really cool stuff as well. So let's break it down here. In the dried leaf powder, the arginine, which is 1.73, it's an immune booster, allows blood vessels to relax, it facilitates reduction of body fat. Hold on, let's go back here a second. So the body although the body is able to make most of the amino acids, it needs several not made in sufficient quantities. It must be obtained in a person's diet. These are called essential amino acids. All of the essential amino acids can be found in Moringa K. Dried powdered leaves. Note that there are more than 300 amino acid compounds grouped together to form various proteins. Okay, so here we go. Usually 8 essential, 8 to 9 again. Because you can get one of them from tomatoes as well. You don't really need it though. Okay, so like I said, there are more than 300 amino acid compounds grouped together to form these 8 important ones, right? Then they're broken down in subcategories, and then there's 18 other ones. Or 22, excuse me, minus those 8. For 14 or 12 more. Arginine is an immune booster for blood vessels to relax, facilitates reduction of body fat. Histidine is 0.65% needed for growth and repair of tissue. Reduces inflammation and helps the body fight allergens. Wow. Isoleucine, which is 1.16%, helps protect muscles and acts as energy needed for hemoglobin formation and maintains regular energy. Okay. Leucine. 2.10% helps to protect and act as an energy, aids in bone, skin, muscle tissue, and increase body's hormone production. Amazing. Leucine, 1.46, aids in production of antibodies, hormones, and enzymes, inhibits the growth of viruses. See, and this is what another good example is. When you heat the Moringa, you kill anything in it, the nutrients, the chlorophyll, it don't matter what. You heat it up, you blanch it, you spray it, ethylene, whatever. You're going to kill these enzymes. They're really important, right? So if you kill those enzymes, how are they going to keep the structure of this lysine up, which is an amino acid, is really important to hold the rest of this up, right? You see the logic in that? This is how they destroy the moringa by bastardizing it, first of all, by making a hybrid seed, but then, furthermore, by killing just certain parts of it, it literally collapses the entire whole food substance, such as lysine and vitamin A and vitamin D and many of the amino acid strains or antioxidants. Okay, so this inhibits the growth of viruses. So if you don't have this, then how can you inhibit the growth of viruses? In fact, you need all of these things for all of this to work. Does that make sense? It needs to be a whole food, in other words. Methanion 9, which is 0.34%, assistant breakdown of fats, prevents clogging in arteries, powerful antioxidant, detoxifying heavy metals. Another one that can be killed if not processed in raw wildcrafted form. You keep this stuff alive and rich. Phenylalanine, which is one of my favorite, phenylalanine, 1.64%, an antidepressant endorphin, intensifies body's own natural painkiller hormones and suppresses appetite. Now, what's beautiful about this is I actually have some, well, this is DMAE pure form, okay, just to show you, it's PEA, okay. That's phenylethylamine. Okay, it's a little different, but it's very. No, actually, it is the same. Well, they're similar. I'll just say that they're similar structure. The difference is it's just kind of like more of a bitrate or salt, and you know, you have different forms of it. You know, but it's not sugar, soy, dairy, yeast, gluten, or additives, any of that stuff, because any of those such things again would cancel out, you know, what we're doing. And that's why I'm going to create one of the most ultimate nootropics ever. Like, we experimented with basically one of the best nootropics in the market, and I've pretty much reverse engineered it, but added moringa to it, and it's way more intense. And it does have things such as uridine. You may have heard of that one. Uridine is a big deal. And different ones like surafram, and yeah, even melatonin for a sleep aid one, and the centrophenoxine, okay, things like that, pinabute or pinabut, you know, GPA, let's see, we got CDP choline, sodium powder, and alpha GPC. Now, like I said, a lot of this stuff is actually already found in moringa, but these are just concentrated form, and that's why I have like a little white pill that when you take it with your moringa, it really just clears out any mental fog, takes out the trash and garbage that's in your, you know, brain, pretty much, to help make the receptors and the neurotransmitters more conductive, conducive, and just much more responsive, you know. And so you'll have like really good, you know, verbal, you know, pronunciation. You can have like conjugative and endurance enhancement, verbal fluency, productive, you know, drive and motivation. So that's really, really cool to me, I think. That's kind of like, again, moringa is, in a sense, is its own nootropic. So even like the triterpene, glycosides, and uridine, the moringa being one of them, the great things, and then CDP choline. So like, oh shoot, they may knock us off here. Those things all together really help brain functioning. So we better move on here. Tryptophan. So we understand this is its own natural painkiller in our brain, and antidepressant endorphin intensifies the body's own natural painkiller hormones and suppresses appetite. Bam. So it keeps you at a regulated weight and metabolism, or it can help you gain weight. Same thing. Moringa will help you gain weight too if you consume it enough. If you need to gain weight, if you need to lose weight, it'll help you lose weight and regulate metabolism. So it just works every which way. It's a perfectional plant. It helps you medicinally, like a nutraceutical drug. It helps you in vitamins if you're lacking anywhere. So you can experience a full cup, as I mentioned in my segment prior. Tryptophan, 0.24%. It's converted into serotonin in the body, relaxes the mind, provides a sense of well-being, and promotes sound sleep. Amen, brother. Valine. 1.48% protects and acts as an energy stimulant, stimulates muscle metabolism and tissue repair. Good source of energy for muscles. Okay, 8 non-essential amino acids contained in Moringa K in percentage. Bam. Okay, so these are the non-essentials. Aniline is 1.38%, aids in metabolism of glucose, which body uses for energy. So again, for weight control and even diabetic blood sugar levels. Okay, aspartic acid, 3.08%, reduces fatigue combined with other amino acids to carry toxins out of the bloodstream. Glutamic acid is 3.75%, metabolizing sugars and fats, relying on communication from the brain to nerves to transport nutrients to the body. Incredible. So it's good for it metabolizing those acidic things such as fat and sugars that you do have in your body, relaying communication in the brain and nerve transport nutrients to the body. Glutamic acid, which also is good with cobalt and the B vitamin complex. Okay, so you'll see this in a second. Glycine, which is 1.75%, needed to make RNA. It replicates and makes DNA. This is the replicant, and this is the real deal. Okay, it helps the body metabolize fats in the blood, helps speed wound healing. Isn't that cool or what? Awesome. Proline, 1.15%, improves texture of skin, aids in production of collagen, helps heal cartilage, fortify joints, tendons, and heart. And boy, does it do that. Yes, along with moringa oil, they work hand in hand perfectly together. Serine, 1.18%. Natural moisturizing agent for the skin, aids in metabolizing of growing muscles, aids in production of antibodies, much like nitric oxide or what they call creatine monohydrate. But this is a much better plant steroidal that's natural. And just like a phytoestrogen, people say, oh, is it safe for like breast cancer patients? Yes. Other people say, is it good for pregnant women, breastfeeding women? Yes. The hybridized plants that are bought in the stores, however, I can't say I could speak for those brands. Okay, plain and simple. You have to have quality. You got to have the raw, wildcrafted produce such as what we have. Okay, that's just all there is to it. Okay, plain and simple. All right. The threonine is 1.3%, necessary for production of collagen and elastin, helps prevent fatty accumulation in the liver. So we had both of these. Okay. Tyrosine is 0.92%, natural antidepressant. Helps resist stress and mood dips, reduces body fat, helps with drug withdrawal. So a lot of these are about physical appearance, and they're at just the right percentage that you need. Okay, yeah, remember this is per 100 grams. This is what percentage is found in the moringa. So again, the more you consume daily, you're going to be getting lots of these different amino acids, antioxidants, vitamins, and micronutrients, omega-3, 6, and 9, you name it, anti-inflammatories, and minerals as well. And here we are. It's minerals. On the next pages, we have a list of 31 minerals that are described. These minerals are determined to present the analysis of moringa leaves, powdered, dried. Their respective identity and concentrations expressed per milligram per 100 grams, provided as well as layman's terms and understanding to the benefits they provide to the human system. These natural minerals are absorbed by the plant from the soil and geothermal mineral water as miners. 20 of these minerals are essential for the human health. The remaining 11 minerals are non-essential and also analyzed to determine identity and concentration, thus allowing the consumer full disclosure for the evaluation and determination. Note, based on current information, 5 of the 11 identified non-essential trace minerals are in such low concentration and render them inactive. And those are the ones that we were talking about that a lot of people, look down upon, like arsenic or mercury, barium, strontium, and these things. Okay, they're found in all the soil worldwide. Our soil is so rich in gold, platinum, palladium, monatomic elements, things like this, and that's why our moringa is very special. Is we're putting a lot of really good minerals in our soil, so you can just guarantee that our moringa is going to be way more superior. In fact, it's the greatest quality ever discovered. So, like I said, I think pretty much they're divided. Okay, so there's 22 well-known minerals essential to human health. They're divided into major minerals present in the body in greater amounts than a teaspoon. And I've explained in other videos the importance of minerals. They're kind of like a straw. Imagine if there's a straw that sucks up the nutrients, micro and macronutrients, and without that straw, which is like minerals, you couldn't suck those nutrients up and absorb the micronutrients and all everything. You need minerals to pretty much do that work and absorb these things into the blood, into the DNA, cell structure of our body, and the bones. Okay, so again, that's less than a teaspoon. The trace minerals are also present in the body. We're made up of these minerals, okay, so we need them to help absorb, just like any soil or anything found in nature. Deficiency of either the major or trace minerals can produce equally harmful effects. Minerals work either together or against each other. Some minerals compete for absorption, so larger intake of one mineral can produce a deficiency in another. In many cases, some minerals enhance the absorption of other minerals. Absorption is also dependent on site-specific body needs. A person who's deficient in a mineral will absorb more of a particular mineral than someone who is adequately nourished. Okay? So, if your body's needing or lacking in one mineral, okay, it'll, like calcium, it'll go and absorb more calcium from the moringa or whatever, what have you, in your diet, your life, live it, than say something else like chloride or, you know, something else that you may not need. Cobalt, for instance, really important. You know, may need smaller amounts of that. So once you get enough cobalt, then you're fine to move on. You know, so your body knows what it needs. It's like you need to fill it like you're filling a hole, right? And so, moving on, let's see here. So absorption is also dependent on what the body needs. Okay, the human body, when reduced to its simplest form, is a small pile of minerals or ashes weighing approximately 5 pounds. Okay, which play vital roles in the body tissues and function. Minerals provide structure to bones and participate in muscle contraction, blood formation, building protein, energy production, and numerous other bodily functions. Some minerals, such as sodium, potassium, and chloride, are electrical charges or electrolytes that act like a magnet to attach other electrical charged substances and form complex molecules. Conduct electrical impulses along nerves which transport substances in and out of the cells. In addition, minerals regulate pH balance of blood and other fluids as well as fluid pressure between cells and the blood. Minerals also bind proteins and other organic substances that are found in the red blood cells. All cell membranes, hormones, and enzymes, and in some cases act as antioxidants and are catalysts for all bodily processes. These are essential minerals identified in Moringa K. Okay, so check this out. Boron, 4.71 milligrams per 100 grams. Boron is essential for normal calcium and bone metabolism. It works with magnesium and vitamin D for growth and development. Deficiency of boron intake, which causes bone changes similar to osteoporosis. Good dietary sources of boron are fresh fruits, vegetables, and nuts, of course. Current literature recommends daily intake of 1.5 to 7 milligrams. So as long as you're getting this amount, you're going to be getting, you know, like we said, this cup or half a cup, and you're getting 100 grams daily or weekly, you're getting all the essential boron you get, which is, you know, the 4.75, which you need 1 to 7 roughly. Okay, so that's for good normal calcium metabolism in the bones. Okay, it works with magnesium and vitamin D, which, like I said, you're about to find out at the end of all this whole talk, is that Moringa indefinitely has everything your body needs and could be lacking in high quality amounts and quantity levels. Okay, so calcium is 1996.02 milligrams per 100 grams. See that? Calcium is the 5th most abundant substance in the body. 99% is located in the bones, teeth, and 1% in the body, and and 1% is in the blood and other body fluids within all cells, where it aids in regulating body processes. Calcium is absorbed in the small intestines, with the help of vitamin D. A constant supply of calcium is required throughout life, especially during periods of growth. With most tissues, bones are constantly being reformed. Bones lose and gain calcium daily. In later years, or when dietary intake is poor, calcium loss may outweigh calcium gain, and bones become susceptible to fractures. Healthy adults with optimal diets have equal amounts of calcium in the blood, and it can increase the sensitivity of the nerves and result in muscle spasms such as leg cramps. Normal dietary sources of calcium are plain yogurt, which I don't recommend, which is 415 milligrams per 100 grams. They say sardines 372 to 100, non-fat milk 302 milligrams to 100 grams. You can get almond milk and hemp milk and rice milk and oat milk as well. Canned salmon with bones, 167 milligrams 100 grams, nasty. Mustard greens cooked, 97 milligrams per 100 grams. Broccoli cooked, 50 milligrams per 100 grams. Whole wheat is 24 milligrams per 100 grams. An exceptional good source is Moringa K, which is 1996.02 milligrams to the 100 grams. Incredible. So you don't need all these other animal sources anymore. You get tons of calcium in moringa, and it's not too much. It's what your body, can grab for and needs. Recommended intake is 800 to 2000. So literally, you're getting the most optimum form of calcium right there, found in moringa. You obviously don't get that in many other things. Okay, hope this makes sense. This is so crucial. This is like groundbreaking, cutting edge information, technologically advanced nutritional stuff. Okay, all right. And like I said, when we get to these, I'm just gonna, I know we may run through these because we are kind of almost done. Okay, I hope they don't delete all this because what I'm saying is such groundbreaking information. Like I said, I did all this before. It was 3.5 hours. I'm trying to rush through it now, and they deleted all of this. So obviously it's pretty important information. Now we're at chloride. Okay, 700.80 milligrams per 100 grams. Chloride is one of the 3 electrolytes that is present in the Moringa K. It is often combined with sodium in the form of sodium chloride, which is table salt. Chloride is a substitute throughout all bodily fluids, including blood, lymph. The fluids between cells and fluids that surround the cells are essential to carry electrical charges to help regulate nerve transmission and many cell membrane functions. Its functions to maintain normal pH balance, and with calcium and magnesium, it maintains normal muscle contraction and relaxation, which you'll find soon here. Magnesium is more important than calcium in a sense to actually uptake the calcium properly. Okay, very important to understand that. And moringa has high amounts of both magnesium and calcium. Okay, so this helps maintain the normal muscle contraction and relaxation in the body. Chloride is a component in the hydrochloric acid or stomach acids, which is required for digestion of food. Nutritional requirements of chloride are easily obtained in natural foods such as asparagus, avocados, bananas, leafy vegetables. I'm going to leave out, but tell you fish, chicken, then milk, but I would say nut milks, milk products such as rice, oat milk, hemp milk, all those different milks. Natural form is better. High concentration of sodium chloride can lead to hypertension, however. Okay, so minimum requirements per day range from 350 milligrams to 750 milligrams. So again, you're not exceeding that amount as long as you don't go over this half a cup to 1 cup serving, or 2 ounces. So, here and there, like I said before, about 4 ounces in a day or whatever. If you ever go exceed that, if you're wanting to create a medicinal, just keep in mind it has a lot of chloride. So if you start to feel that hypertension, then just reduce your amount of moringa by, a couple teaspoons or a tablespoon. And so that way you don't go over the 750 milligram, level. Chromium is Now, 0.043 milligrams per 100 grams. Chromium is an interesting mineral that functions as a component of glucose tolerance factor. It works in regulating insulin and facilitating the uptake of blood sugar glucose into cells. Chromium maintains normal blood sugar levels. By regulating insulin, elevated insulin levels in turn increases urinary loss of chromium, exacerbating the chromium deficiency and contributing to the development of diabetes. So it would contribute to the development of diabetes. Hey. Optimal chromium intake reduces the amount of insulin needed to sustain normal blood sugar. Chromium insulin combination also stimulates the synthesis of protein. Chromium improves blood fat profile by reducing total blood cholesterol level and LDL cholesterol and increasing HDL cholesterol levels. Note, 90% of Americans' diets are low in chromium due to consumption of refined white bread, processed convenience foods, so junk foods. And I talk about that more in my book. I really go deep into that. So that's where we touch on that. Processed foods, junk foods, in other words. Sources of brewer yeast is 504 milligrams per 100 grams. Cooked ground beef, which I don't suggest, 0.44 milligrams per 100 grams. All brand cereal, 0.014 milligrams per 100 grams. Orange juice, 0.0096 milligrams per 100 grams. And then Moringa K, 0.043 milligrams per 100 milligrams. Recommended daily intakes range from 0.04 to 0.2. Okay, and so yeah, again, when you take the 100-gram amount of Moringa, you're getting the right amount, just right on point. Cobalt, here we are. Cobalt is the only known function of cobalt as a constituent of vitamin B12, right? Okay, so cobalt, when we talked about B12, really important, okay, for the uptake of a lot of the B vitamin and the energy between the fats and the sugars and things like that, right, to the brain. It converts into brain energy, pretty much. Cobalt aids in formation of red blood cells, maintenance of nerve tissue, and normal formation of all cells. Deficiency is equivalent to deficiency of B12. It can cause anemia, nerve disorder, abnormalities, and cell formation. Dietary sources are usually animal organ meats, which I don't suggest, like oysters and clams. It sounds disgusting. Good vegetarian sources are, spirulina, chlorella, algae, as well as Moringa K, since the vegetarian source contain a B12. The cobalt becomes bioavailable to the body. So the recommended intake is 0.008 milligrams, okay? And again, Moringa, so it's just taking a little bit more than your 100 grams, just slightly if you can. Like if you're taking this daily, you're going to build it up because B12 and cobalt is something that builds up into your red blood cells, okay? And that helps your nerve tissue, and so formation of all your cells. This is like building your army with the B12 and cobalt, okay? And it helps build more of that free, I guess you can say formation or blood cells, red blood cells that you carry in your system, so you have more energy or you're capable of upgrading more of your bodily functioning. Very important. Then we're going to copper, which is 74 milligrams per 100 grams. An essential trace mineral found in all tissues, including the brain, heart, kidney, liver, bones, and muscles. An important mineral that facilitates the activity of several enzymes and hormones in the development and maintenance of the heart, arteries, and other blood vessels and skeletal systems, and structure and function of the nervous system, including the brain. Copper aids in nerve transmission, maintaining the myelin insulating sheath, and helps regulate neurotransmitter levels in the brain. Important in the development and maintenance of red blood cells and their protein hemoglobin. Okay, the copper is a component of an antioxidant superoxidant dismutase, which acts as a scavenger and prevents the formation of free radicals before the damaged tissue. Good sources of copper are unprocessed foods, including oysters, lobsters, cooked liver. And see, I, again, do not suggest any of those because we cannot digest them properly. Okay? Not good for us. They may have these things like copper in them. That does not make them a good source for human beings. But what is a good source is avocados, bananas, fish, spinach, and, you guessed it, Moringa K. Cooked soybeans as well. Recommended daily intake ranges from 0.7 milligrams to 3 milligrams, right? Well, we're getting 74 whole milligrams. You see that? It has to be 0.74, excuse me. It's 0.74 per 100 grams. So when you, again, consuming this amount, the 100 gram, 2 ounce amount, half a cup to 1 cup, you are getting all the copper your brain needs. I challenge everyone today when you get their Moringa from us to do one day or at least a week to pull off the 100 gram marker, the 2 ounce amount in the body, and see what happens. I really challenge that. That's going to be my big thing. If you don't see or experience any life change, then I would be really shocked, because this has to do it. It has to work, especially when you have quality stuff like ours. Okay, iron. This is another really important, awesome, essential trace mineral. Okay, iron's an essential trace mineral at 35.43 milligrams per 100 grams. Okay, it's a trace mineral that's essential and a vital component of red blood cells, the hemoglobin, which carry oxygen throughout the body, used in enzyme production and other bodily function, including endurance, capacity for physical activity, muscle strength. In addition, iron strengthens the immune system and increases the resistance to cold, infection, and disease. Deficiency of iron can cause anemia, tiredness, headaches, insomnia, irregularities in heartbeat function, impaired mental and motor development, impaired attention span. Good sources of iron include, what they say, organ meats like cooked liver, 7.5 grams per 100 grams, beef cooked 5 grams per 100 grams, no. Spinach cooked 2.4 grams per 100 grams, broccoli cooked 0.7 grams per 100 grams, oysters 6.6 grams per 100 grams. Excellent source of iron is Moringa, however. It comes in at a whopping 35.43 grams per 100 grams, way more than any of the things above, okay? A lot more than beef, okay? Like 7 times more iron than the beef. Did you see that? Unbelievable. And what is it? 5 times more than the cooked liver, which is 76 times higher than spinach and 4.72 times higher than cooked liver. That's what it was. Not 5. Let's close. Recommended daily intake range from 6 milligrams to 18 milligrams. So you're getting actually over the amount of iron, which is fine, because again, your body just will throw or excrete anything that it doesn't need. So a lot of people are actually iron deficient. So believe it or not, that can be a good thing, in other words. Okay. Really cool stuff, I'd say. Okay. Let's see where we at here. Just making sure everybody can see this. I hope you can hear it all right. Magnesium, 370.26 milligrams per 100 grams, is one of the major minerals required for the body. Positive electrolyte caution mineral. It's more than half of the body's magnesium is in bone. 25% is in the muscle, and remainder of the body fluids and soft tissues, such as the heart and kidneys. The bone acts as a reservoir for magnesium and is transported via the blood through the entire body. That's a lot. Okay, here we're going to go into it. I even maximize this, how important magnesium is. Here we go. Magnesium helps convert the carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and energy, manufactures special proteins, synthesizes genetic materials within each cell, and removes toxic substances such as ammonia. Magnesium functions in the muscle relaxation and contraction, nerve transmission, as well as prevention of tooth decay, and in the prevention of heart disease and irregular heart beats. Sources of magnesium are the peanuts, which is 63 milligrams per 100 grams. Bananas, 58 milligrams per 100 grams. Beets, greens, 58 milligrams per 100 grams. Baked haddock, which is 20 milligrams per 100 grams. Avocado, which is 56 milligrams per 100 grams. Excellent source of magnesium is spirulina algae, which is 191 0.5 milligrams per 100 grams. But check this out. Moringa doubles the spirulina at, well, just about doubles it at 370.26 milligrams per 100 grams. Recommended daily intake is 40 milligrams per 100 grams to 400 milligrams to 100 milligrams. And pretty much you get that with the half a cup to 1 cup, 2 ounce, 100 gram amount of moringa per day or per week, however you want to get it in your body. I'd say if you can get it all in your body one day, then you're good for the whole week. You see how that works? It builds up in the cell structure of your body. Manganese, another really, really good one. Let's just see where we're at, okay? If you see anything you want there, you may want to scroll ahead because we're almost done. And don't forget to watch this video here after that. I would go to the edited version, which is actually if you scroll to the very top, it's right there. Play that video. That's the full plot in our webinar where I go deeper into our movement and what we're about. Okay. Let me just see here. And thank you everyone for our congratulations on our web page and design and all the different support we've gotten promoting our movement. You all rock. You are the Moringa tribe. Again, we have more orders out now than ever before, and we appreciate you so much support and love. So you guys rock. If you want to know Agaroni, not sure what that means. Thanks anyway, but you can add me on Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, all the different. Check out this page in case this gets cut off, as we will follow up in case we do get cut off. They've tried to cut us off from finishing this many times now. We've gone through this. How many? This is 9 takes. So I'm trying to compile this as fast as I can, get it all. We're going to have to edit this, make a production. And that's what I feel really happy presenting this, one of the most important video productions we've ever done. And thank you for allowing this. We've got more orders and sales promoting us than ever before. And it's really coming all together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And, yes, if you want to schedule an appointment with me, let me see here. We get moringa oil all over here. Go to themoringakingdom.com. You can see some of my testimonial reviews as well, and I can do like actual health, like formulations for you that specify for whatever ailment, issue. If you want energy, if you want to help heart disease, regulate blood pressure, you name it, we can formulate a special herbal substance with moringa as the base for you. As we know, moringa is safe and effective for everyone. It's good for everyone. And you can check out the Perfectional Pyramid, Practice Pyramid. You can watch that. I teach this. We do health session appointments monthly, and so it's really cool. You can watch all the videos. You got tons of videos. Check out my Trustpilot reviews, and you can really learn a lot from me, and all that good stuff. This is an old iPad. Anyway, anything on your computer, like our testimonial page, make sure you're on the computer. You can go to that and look at all the different stuff. So, all right, here we go. Let's continue on. Manganese is 7.56 milligrams. Hold on. I'm going to actually take a little bit of more moringa to get me some energy boost here, because I've been going for, 3 hours now. And it's 2:55. So I may end up having to call this short. I'm not sure. We'll see here. Where is my cup? The cup. This divine day. It's been a crazy day. See here, where is that cup? Oh, there it is. Alright, let's get some good stuff going. Still got all these orders to go out, so I hope everybody appreciates this video. I'm taking my time to put this together for you all. Yeah, and in a comfortable position where we're able to keep the site running, operating this whole just giant manufacturing mechanism. It's all raw, organic, and just completely natural produce, goodness. And so I'm excited, so excited to see what's going on next, because the more you guys support this, the more stuff I can, I can take the time to do videos like this, and take my time and compile information and more scientific research. See, I wouldn't be able to do this had not people supported our efforts and purchased these Moringa caps. For instance, the more of these you purchase, for clients who have cancer, diabetes, 400 different diseases we can help prevent. And if you watch our other segment here, we pulled this together, the basic, moderate, and optimum levels of how much you're supposed to be taking, and we formulated all that. They removed our last video, so we persistently fight back and stand up for truth. So I love that about us. I love that you guys support that with us together. Forward, it can't stop us. Take some more of this. And if you'd like, you can go to this page here and you can read all these things yourself. We'll leave that in the link description. Of course, we have in the last videos. You can go read all this and check that out. Go take the Moringa and see what happens. Take 100 grams. I urge everybody, and let me know. We had one person after another. I tell 4 other people, their friends and family, and the word of mouth this year and past years, just one person after another gets life change. When you actually take it how I've been telling you to take it, then you'll see the results a lot quicker. Okay? That's all I can tell you. A lot quicker results. Okay. Manganese is one of my favorites. I love this. Okay, here we go. Participates in the formation, connective tissue, fats and cholesterol, bones, blood clotting factors, proteins, important in digestion of proteins. In addition, it plays an important role in metabolism of carbohydrates by helping transport glucose in the body. Some literature suggests that manganese might function as an essential antioxidant and as a mineral amino acid chelate when combined with the amino acid as growth retardation, birth defects, bone malformation, and general weaknesses. Okay, so it can actually, it's an essential thing that when combined with amino acid, I think it can inhibit growth of retardation, so it can stop retardation cells, birth defects, bone malformation, general weakness, etc. Okay, dietary sources are tea. Okay, I guess you could say green tea in this 0.4 to 2.7 milligrams per 100 grams. Raisins is 0.201 milligrams per 100 grams. Cooked spinach 0.128 milligrams per 100 grams. Wheat bran is 0.048 milligrams per 100 grams. Excellent sources are spirulina chlorella, 2.5 milligrams per 100 grams. And then look at this amazing Moringa K, 7.56 milligrams per 100 grams. Keep in mind when I'm telling you these numbers, this is not all Moringa, but this is the quality Moringa of Moringa King produce. This is our Moringa, okay? So when it says recommended, it's 0.6 milligrams to 7 milligrams. You got it all in this 100 gram amount, or half a cup to cup, 2 ounces of Moringa pure powder, Moringa King produce. Okay, so molybdenum is 0.003 milligrams per 100 milligrams. All tissues contain small amounts of molybdenum. The large amounts are found in liver, kidney, bone, skin. Molybdenum is important in the mobilization of iron from storage throughout the body. It is necessary for normal growth and development, an important component of the enzyme xanthine oxidase, and that aids in the formation of uric acid, a normal breakdown product of metabolism. Molybdenum works in vitamin B2 in the conversion of food and energy. Okay, so breakdown of production of metabolism and of food, conversion of food to energy. This is really important. Intake of more than 10 milligrams daily, depending on the form of consumed, is associated with symptoms of pain, swelling, joints. Dietary sources of molybdenum are vegetables, fruits, and grains. That's why we say we want you to associate raw fruits, veggies, and nuts in good, quality, and grains in whole food form quality along with the moringa to really accent the potency and effectiveness and efficiency of the Moringa King produce. Okay, so that's why I tell people go on a 90-day challenge. I'm really challenging. I dare you to strive, if you're not already, like a raw vegan, whole food, plant-based, live it. You just consume fruits, veggies, and nuts. You can do it. Trust me. It just overcoming that addictive, the additives and the meat, dairy, and eggs. That's all processed in the meats. The glues, the addictive chemicals that they put in the meat that stick it together, the nitrites and nitrates, they are carcinogenic. They're bad for you. You're addicted to the bad things because they're acidic. And then when it tries to expel from your body's saying, hey, I want that again. And it's because it's like acid or venom pulling out of your body, like that anti-hero Venom, that movie Venom, where he's trying to pull out of the guy, and he likes being kind of a parasite or like a host on the host of the human individual. It's the same thing with a lot of acid forming things, is they want to be a host onto your body and then create a parasite called cancer or a fungus or mold or a mildew. So that's why. And it starts at acidic, pretty much base, and we show this in some of my secret groups, my private groups, where I show you how fat forms into mold and a fungus, which can end up mutating cells if you put blood. If you try putting blood in that mix, the blood will literally start to develop a cancer that you can watch as it grows and mutates, or like into mutated DNA. It's the craziest thing. And we've used organic key lime, moringa oil, moringa leaf, hydrogen peroxide at 32% food grade. Just all sorts of different amazing things. This is what we have here. And we've seen the cancer die. We've seen the fat dry up and the mucus just literally disperse and disintegrate. And if you check out my groups, I prove that. It's incredible. So right before your eyes, real lab studies, real results, real research. So check that out if you ever want to. You're looking into knowing the facts and science, independent studies. I'm a Harvard researcher, plant-based nutritionalist. So their concentrations are dependent on the molybdenum concentration in the soil and ability of the plant to absorb the chemical. Primary sources of molybdenum are extra lean meats or whole grain breads, cooked dried beans and peas, dark green leafy vegetables, organ meats. Recommended daily amount is 0.3 milligrams per 0.25 milligrams. Okay, so you get the right amount with the 100-gram amount of moringa. Okay, now we're going into nickel. We're almost out of this. We'll be going into silicon, sodium, sulfur, vanadium, even aluminum. I can't wait. We're going to get into the aluminum, arsenic, barium, and cadmium, lead, lithium, mercury, okay, nitrogen, strontium, and then we'll be almost done. And I'll kind of explain why those are important to be in your body and how they immediately get it kind of expelled from your body. So if you're like saying, see, moringa's poison. No. It acts as a nature vaccine. Again, we've proven this before. So we're going to get into that here. We're almost there. Okay, nickel. I'm excited. 0.035 milligrams per 100 grams. Nickel has no established role. Although the mineral is found in association with the genetic code within each cell, it might help activate certain enzymes. Nickel is probably involved in the activity of hormones, cell membranes, and enzymes. Low blood levels of nickel are observed in people with vitamin B6 deficiency, cirrhosis of the liver, and kidney failure. In contrast, elevated blood levels of nickel are associated with the development of cancer, heart attacks, thyroid disorders, psoriasis, and eczema, which moringa can help reverse, especially the moringa soap. Dietary sources of nickel include whole grain bread, cereals, chocolate, peas, fruits, vegetables, nuts, cooked dried beans, and peas. Diets high in meat and food of animal origins and fats may be low in nickel. Recommended daily ranges is 0.17 to 0.70 milligrams. So you'd have to get quite a bit more than that amount over here to get, too much. Okay, so it's good. Phosphorus is 329.93 milligrams per 100 grams. Wow, phosphorus is one major mineral and essential for life. 80% of the body. 80% of the body's phosphorus is in bones and teeth. The other 20% is active in many metabolic processes and found in every cell of the body. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. 80% of the body's phosphorus is in the bones and teeth. The other 20% is active in many metabolic processes and is found in every cell of the body, an essential constituent of protoplasm. All soft tissue, including kidney, heart, brain, muscle, nervous tissue, bones, and teeth. It's a substance fundamental to growth, maintenance, and repair of all bodily tissues, and is part of the genetic code of all cells. It is necessary for the conversion of dietary carbohydrates, proteins, fats to energy, and part of the cell membranes. The mineral helps maintain pH balance in the blood, helps activate B vitamins. Very, very important. Now let's break down the recommended amount, right? Here we go. This is our quality phosphorus here, 329.93, okay? Phosphorus is a component of storage form of energy in the body. It facilitates the absorption of nutrients such as glucose, which is a form of sugar found in the blood and used for energy. Dietary sources of phosphorus are in all foods of plant and animal origins because they consume the plants, and deficiency is rare. Excessive intake of phosphorus may occur in people who consume high diets of high in meat, convenient foods, junk foods, soft drinks, and low in calcium. The function of phosphorus, calcium, and magnesium are closely related, okay? So you want a balanced regulation between all those guys, and they're all found in moringa at high level, quality, quantitative amounts. Dietary sources, they say, is liver, 405 milligrams per 100 grams. Okay, low-fat yogurt, 326 milligrams per 100 grams. Canned tuna, 188 milligrams per 100 grams. Cooked soybeans, 166 milligrams per 100 grams. Eggs, it's 126 milligrams per 100 grams. Bananas is 14.75 milligrams per 100 grams. Moringa K, the ideal vegetable source, at a whopping 329.93 milligrams per 100 grams. Your daily intake is 300 milligrams to 1,200 milligrams. So, as long as you don't exceed like 3 times this amount of moringa, then you will be good, because then you won't exceed the 1,200 milligram mark. 3, 6, 9, 12. Actually, 4 of those, excuse me. So 3.5 to 4. Okay, got it. Potassium is 1,400 156.44 milligrams per 100 grams in our Moringa. This is incredible, folks. Okay, here's why. Potassium is closely related in function in the body to sodium and chloride. It is a major mineral and one of the 3 electrolytes that are present in Moringa K and distributed throughout all bodily fluids. Potassium is primarily found in fluids within cells. It carries an electrical charge when dissolved into bodily fluids. Maintains normal pH balance with calcium and magnesium. It maintains normal muscle contraction and relaxation and thus helps regulate nerve transmission and many other cell membrane functions. Interesting to note, potassium also helps prevent and treat hypertension by regulating normal blood pressure, maintaining proper calcium balance, and minimizing the pressure raising effects of high sodium-rich diets. With an increase in potassium-rich foods and diet of hypertensiveness, it helps reduce blood pressure and often reduces the need for antihypertensive medication. Dietary sources of potassium include asparagus, which has 278 milligrams per 100 milligrams, avocado, which has 375 milligrams per 100 milligrams, banana, which has 300 to 300.54 milligrams per 100 grams, eggs, that's 87.3 milligrams to 100 grams, fish, non-salted, is 447.4 milligrams per 100 grams. Non-fat milk is 253.42 milligrams per 100 grams. Baked potatoes is 219 milligrams per 100 grams. And then Moringa K, whopping 1456.44 milligrams per 100 grams. Recommended intake is 500 to 2,000. And of course, you get that with the 100 gram amount. So you're getting so much potassium. You're getting, like, you see all these bananas? That's how much potassium you're getting. Is you're getting 3 to 4 bananas worth of potassium. With ours, you're getting about 5, yeah, because ours is a little bit more rich in quality. Okay, because of the soil. Selenium, this is another good one. We love selenium. Here we go. Selenium has 0.049 milligrams per 100 grams. Moringa K, King. Selenium is an essential trace mineral that is very important as it is used as a component of antioxidant enzymes. So anti-oxidizing enzymes that are alive. Glutathione peroxidase. This selenium-dependent enzyme protects red blood cells and cell membranes from damage by free radicals, highly reactive oxygen fragments. Okay, so highly reactive oxygen fragments, or, free radicals. So again, selenium-dependent enzymes protects the red blood cells and cell membranes from damage by free radicals, highly reactive oxygen fragments, moving around crazy. In addition, selenium works closely with, and in some cases can replace, the antioxidant vitamin E. Selenium enhances the activity of immune system cells, assists in detoxifying the body of heavy metals that suppress the immune system, and stimulates the release of the lymphocytes, a type of white blood cell that fights infection. Leukemia and cancers of the colon, rectum, ovaries, lungs are less likely to develop in people who consume selenium-rich diets. Selenium is involved in the production of hormone-like substance called the prostaglandins. Remember we mentioned that? Prostaglandins that regulate the inflammation process associated with rheumatoid arthritis. Selenium supplements improve symptoms. In 40% of arthritis patients, selenium content of food is dependent on the selenium content of the soil which the food is grown. And some of the selenium content foods are lost when cooked, stored improperly, or processed refined. That's why I tell people, make sure to keep all moringa fresh, stored in a dry, dark area, or refrigerated, or even frozen. It's fine, just as long as it's not like too, frostbit, then you're good. Okay? And here we go. Organic forms of selenium, such as the selenomethanine and the selenium cysteine, selenocysteine, are better absorbed and less likely to cause toxic symptoms than the inorganic forms of the mineral, such as sodium selenite or selenate. Organic forms of selenium are available in selenium-rich nutritional yeast. Whole grain wheat products, fruits, veggies, and nuts are grown in selenium-rich soils. Dietary sources of selenium are, they say, organ meats, which is 0.131 milligrams per 100 grams. Seafood is 0.0344 milligrams per 100 grams. Remember, there's a lot of radiation or mercury in the meat today, as far as seafood, that is. Lean meat and chicken, it's got growth hormone. A lot of it's pumped with that, GBH, growth hormone, 0.02 milligrams per 100 grams. Whole grain cereals and wheats, 0.123 milligrams per 100 grams. Vegetables, 0.0016 milligrams per 100 grams. Moringa K, whopping 0.049 milligrams per 100 grams. It's pretty dang good. Recommended intake is 0.05 milligrams to 1, or 0.1 gram, okay? So moringa is about right between that. Toxicity can occur when the amounts are greater than 0.6 milligrams to 9.9 milligrams. So that's like 18, 20 times more. You'd have to do like 18 or 20 of these, okay? Just almost impossible to get too much selenium. Okay, selenium toxicity symptoms include hair loss, white streaking of fingernails, tenderness, swelling of fingers, fatigue, nausea, and vomiting. Here we go, silica. Again, we're just going to scroll down to here, see where we're at. Bam, we're almost done. Okay, thank you so much for tagging along and coming along with us this far. Silicon. Remember Silicon Valley? Silica? Okay. Damascus Earth. Silica is 42.02 milligrams per 100 grams. Silica is a trace mineral that's primary function in the development and maintenance of bone. Silicon is primarily located in areas of active growth inside bones where it might be involved in the growth of bone crystals and calcification of bones. Silicon is important in formation of cartilage and connective tissue, the protein network in bone in which calcium is embedded. Dietary sources include whole grain breads, whole grain cereals, root vegetables, cooked dried beans, peas, moringa K, leaf powder. Recommended dietary intake is unknown, but therapeutic doses have been recommended by Canadian researchers 200 to 2,000 milligrams per day. So you'd have to take quite a lot of moringa to get to that, probably 3 or 4 times this amount. But if this is why in a month you probably get all the silicon you need. Okay, if you can take 4 of those in a week, more power to you. I think if you can handle that, it becomes medicinal, and so like there's definitely gonna be some major anti-aging, things going on there. So